Welcome back. So this week I thought I would come back to a topic that I did maybe 2 or 3 years ago on this channel, but it is so key that I think it's really helpful to return to the topic, and that is grounding. So with grounding, it's one of those things that, let's see if I can get somewhere where the light's going to work here, that many of us hear about, we talk about a lot in our practice. But the key of it really is the practice element. Just keep watching them, love. I'm out with the kids right now, so we're doing a little walk. And a moment like this is maybe, the sort of romantic, ideal time to be doing grounding. But I think that not only is it an important time when we're out in nature, when we're with other parts of our ecosystems, but I think it's also really important for us to do in situations when we're in the middle of a city, when we're in the middle of our work day, when we are in the middle of the stressful times, or even just the normal, boring, mundane times. You okay? You just looking at them? Okay, be gentle with them. They are watching some ants right now, which is impressive that they're out because it is quite a chilly day. But I wanted to come back to this practice thing of the practice of grounding, because with grounding, as I was just saying before, it works when you practice it. And yes, remembering to do it when you haven't practiced it in a long time, that's going to be really helpful too, just the act of doing it. But the more and more you do it, the more effective it's going to be. And it's not complicated, right? It's neither complex nor complicated. All it really is taking the moment to stop. Taking the moment to pull your awareness back. And it can be as simple as just a few breaths. I think that when you're first getting started working on it and taking a longer period of time setting aside for grounding is really helpful. But then as you get good at it, again, just a few breaths. So it can be simply just stopping, breathing in, and often 3 deep breaths. That's all it takes to just change our state for a moment, right? Just and that was it. And I actually, not making this up for the camera, but I feel a qualitative difference in what it feels like to be me when I just having done that. So taking those breaths and then taking a moment to just sort of search my body and find, where am I holding my awareness, right? Where am I thinking from? And often I'm up here in my head so much, but sometimes it'll be down lower, right? Sometimes it'll be in my chest, and that's a spot where I feel really, like, when I really feel in tune with things, it's often more in my chest, maybe down in my stomach even sometimes. But just taking a moment, finding that awareness, and with those breaths, letting that expand to the whole body, right? Not just being here or here, but all of the body. And especially noticing the feet. Now, right now, I've got my shoes on, but I can still feel my feet in my shoes, and I can wiggle my toes around, and I can feel them against the bottom of the shoes, and I can feel that against the ground. And whether this is outside or on a subway, in the car with the gas pedal beneath it, whatever you're doing, right? On high-rise building, whatever. But feeling that connection with the ground and the moment of breathing. And then finding the awareness in your body, right? Okay, so we have this awareness of the whole body. Might take a few more deep breaths, and maybe with each out breath, letting that awareness just feeling like it's expanding, expanding. And then let it go. Oh, I have a visitor up here. Letting that awareness expand out a little bit and keeping our eyes open, right? It might help to close our eyes at first, but then to open them back up. So again, just practicing that. And the more we can do it, maybe setting an alarm on your phone to go off and go, okay, time to ground. Or setting reminders where every time you see a blue jay or whatever bird is common in your area, or when you get in your car, right before you turn the key, do some deep breaths, do a nice little ground. So these kids need some attention, and I'm going to go back to them. But let me know if you practice grounding, if that's helpful. How similar does this sound to what you do? Or does this sound helpful? So take care.